All right, this might be the least preparation I've ever done before starting to shoot a video. I was about to explode because I was so pissed. So I just put on a chakra cleansing video and tried to calm myself down so I don't just scream at the camera for 10 minutes. But we'll see. So I've had a merch store for probably about 5 years, and it's through Shopify. And it probably took me a year of building it before I was comfortable going live. But I've been consistently paying Shopify money for 5 years. And today I see that the CEO of Shopify says that he doesn't think poor people should have the right to vote. Instantly, I went to Shopify and canceled it. I'm not going to give my money to a piece of shit like that. I hope the board gets together and fires his ass. But it's not like I was making a fortune on Shopify as far as sales go and them getting a commission from that. But $40 a month, that's a decent chunk of money when there's all these people paying it. And I hope as many people leave as possible. I am so tired of these fucking rich assholes that think that they're better than everybody else because they have lots of digits in their bank account. These people, most of these people, they're not smart. Most of them were born rich. They're not creative. They usually just buy into an already successful company, and, or they do this vulture capitalism where they swoop in like they did with Toys R Us and just dismantle a company and bleed it dry. These people, they're not just bad people. They're not just selfish, greedy people. These are evil, evil people. I'm talking about the tech bros. I'm talking about everybody in the White House. I'm talking about that fucking half Nosferatu, half talking dick tip, Stephen Miller. Of course, Trump and his. We're being run by a bunch of fucking pedophile protectors that are hoarding wealth at the expense of 99% of the planet. I mean, for them to have, they already own 90% of the politicians. So you own the politicians, and now you think because you make the most money, you should get the most votes. They think that they should get 5 votes, and poor people shouldn't get any. If you're retired, you're on Social Security, you're living on the government dime, you get no vote. You're disabled, you get no vote. You don't make enough money, even though you work 40 hours a week, but you don't make enough to pay income taxes, no vote for you. Fuck that. I am so tired of these flesh and blood demons bleeding everybody dry and thinking they're better than us. I've gone off on Elon Musk many, many times, but there's reason to, and I'm going to go off on him again right now. That piece of shit, that fucking waste of space DNA, richest piece of shit on the planet. He is suing Minnesota because Minnesota's passing a law that says that you can't use AI to take people's clothes off. And Elon Musk says that's a violation of your First Amendment rights. So Elon Musk thinks you should be able to take people's clothes off against their will and post it on the internet, and that's free speech. You're a sick fuck, Elon. You saw what happened when people started being able to take people's clothes off. They took kids' clothes off, and Elon doesn't care. The man who runs the free speech platform but won't let anybody have any reach that says anything negative about him. How in the fuck does this guy have people who worship him? These little minions, these little SpaceX Tesla minions. When are regular people gonna stop worshiping these assholes? They hurt kids, they hurt the environment, they hurt the working class. We're allowing them to hoard all this wealth. I was going to say we wouldn't allow them to hoard water, but they're letting all the AI data centers suck up all the water and all the electricity. They about put down half the country's power grid when I'm trying to talk about too many things at once. I'm just tired of this shit. And I'm tired of there not being class solidarity. I'm tired that I'm sick that there's a segment of our population that thinks that rich people, just because they have money, they're better than us. I've seen people say it. I've seen people say that they shouldn't have to pay taxes because they create jobs. I don't even know what company this guy was from. Pick whichever one you want. All these tech companies are the fucking same. All these billionaires are the same. So this piece of shit says that he would gladly give 95% of his money if he thought it would actually do any good and help people. But our government is too stupid and they'd waste it, so he's not going to give any of it to them. For one, I'm probably going to have to do a cut to calm myself down. To say that it wouldn't help anybody to tax these billionaires, Bezos said that shit. And yeah, I'm guilty of buying stuff on Amazon. My book's published on Amazon. I wish it didn't have to be, but they paint us into these corners where we don't have any other options, but to use these companies. And I don't use Walmart. I don't shop at Target anymore because they threw the LGBTQ community under the bus like that. So fuck all these big. I'm able to narrow it down that Amazon is pretty much the only big company that I still have anything to do with. And if I can find a way to avoid it, I will. I'll find a way to quit using them somehow. But, for me to give a company money every month for 5 years, and then that CEO of the company thinks because I'm not rich, I shouldn't have the right to vote. Why do these people think they're better? Why do the fucking Trump kids think they're better than us with their backroom deals and government contracts and all this bullshit? All these people were born fucking platinum. They were born on third and thought they hit a. I'm not going to use that phrase. Everybody fucking uses that. All these fucking rich kids that act like they've accomplished something because they fucking, won the genetic lottery and their parents are rich. But I would say that these rich parents, that's not exactly winning the lottery, because it seems like they raise terrible, terrible people who grow up to do terrible, terrible things. Look at the Trump family. They're all scum. They're scum. Their spouses are scum. Their kids are scum. They're all shit. All of these people are garbage. And I don't understand why people worship them. I'll never understand it. I will never understand how somebody can defend billionaires while they say, oh, well, you're working at McDonald's. That's a high school kid's job. That's a factory job. In the 50s, with factory jobs, what are you doing? This on a conveyor belt, putting some rivets together, breaking some plastic apart. They didn't say that you could support your family on that shit. You could have a wife and 5 kids and take a vacation every year and have 2 cars and a house and send all your kids to college working in a factory. How the fuck is McDonald's any different than that? There is no such thing as unskilled labor. And to say this job isn't worth you being able to feed yourself or have a house, the same people who bitch about people on government assistance, people go out and get a full-time job and they say, well, that job's not good enough. Go get a better job. That's a high school kid's job. What have... what is it going to take for people to quit worshiping these people? Because I sure as hell don't know. I don't know. I wish I could figure it out. It's like some of these people, it's like talking to a brick wall. Well, if you raise the wages, then prices are going to go up. Prices have been going up my whole fucking life, and wages haven't. Hardly anybody I graduated with owns a house. Some of them used to, but they don't anymore because of 2008. I can't even count how many people that I graduated with that either live with their parents or they have roommates. You shouldn't have to have a roommate in your 40s. especially when you have a job. I it's just to see these people get on TV and have the nerve to say this shit and think what? Think that we're just going to take it forever? And you get somebody like Zoran Mondani who gets in there and runs on something, gets into office and does it, and all the Democrats do is shit on him. Say horrible things about him, calling him a jihadist, calling him a communist. Why? Why? Because he fills potholes and thinks people should have daycare? Because he wants to have affordable groceries? What the fuck are we doing? That we have allowed these rich people and these powerful people and these politicians to think that we have to keep giving them money so they can give us nothing, so they can give everything to Netanyahu and Israel and Tesla and Palantir and buy surveillance equipment and watch every fucking thing we do so they can sell us shit. Well, what do they do when we don't have enough money to buy their shit anymore? Because apparently they're just planning on going into the bunkers underneath their mansions, or the bunker underneath the White House ballroom, the Epstein ballroom. It's just, fuck. I'm so glad the DSA is infiltrating the Democratic Party and taking them over. Get these fuckers gone. Chuck Schumer, gone. All those old fossils in the House, gone. Get them gone. Jim Clyburn, gone. Get these fucking people out of there. All these Mitch McConnell's fucking dead as fuck. We all know it. And they're playing this game because they don't want a Democratic senator in that seat. So they're going to drag this out as long as possible. I see people say, I've heard it for years. Vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who. Yeah, if they're corporate, if they're Hillary Clinton. It's not vote blue no matter who when someone from the DSA wins. Then all the Democrats do, all the Democratic establishment does is try to tear them down. They're fascist collaborators. If the people are voting for these people in the DSA, they're voting for them. The people are choosing them. It's not communism. Democratic socialism is not communism. And see, they moved on to communism because socialism didn't work anymore. Well, guess what? All the people who are scared of communism are dying too because capitalism is killing us. See, I said I watched the chakra balancing video to keep me calm. I've been pretty pissed this whole fucking video, and I apologize for that. Like I said, this video basically had no prep. I was just furious when I saw that guy said that poor people shouldn't vote. And like I said, I canceled it right away, canceled it, shut down, canceled my domain name, everything. So my store is gone. I put years and years into that store, and Thanos snapped it out of existence because fuck that guy. I'm not giving them another penny of my money. I would rather start from scratch with another store and keep merch in my own house and mail it myself than have to deal with Shopify. Fuck Shopify and fuck all these billionaires, every last one of them, and all these politicians who are doing every fucking thing they can to block Medicare for all and block the Green New Deal and block anything that's going to make our lives better. It's time to go. Put these people out to pasture. We got to vote these assholes out of there. Nothing is going to ever change if we still have Chuck Schumer and we still have all these people in Washington that have been there since I was in elementary school. Some of these people have been in there since I was in fucking elementary and middle school. Like my whole fucking life. I remember clips of these fucking warmongers from when I was a kid. Imagine the world that we would be living in right now if Hillary Clinton and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Donna Brazile had not stolen that election from Bernie Sanders and played their little dirty tricks in the primary. Bernie would have won that election. In a free and fair primary, Bernie would have won, and we'd be living in a different fucking universe right now. So let's not make the same mistake again. If a DSA candidate runs and they endorse them, vote for them.